Pants, trousers, pantaloons, whatever you call them, everybody wears them, but nobody wants to talk about them. So let's change that today on JF Creations. All right, let's just get the YouTube troll business out of the way first here. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid to say any of this. I bought these products with my own money. However, I am going to be using this video to help promote a friend's business that sells these products. He doesn't make them, he just sells them. And there will be affiliate links in the description below if you want to check out the products or you want to check out his website. Or if you're ever in the Kalispell, Montana area, just stop by and see him. He's got a great store. So just a little background for you. I am a technician by trade. That's my day job. And the products I'm going to talk about today, I wear them every day at work. And I have found that they are a huge asset in helping me perform my job on a daily basis. Now here in the United States, the type of workwear that I'm talking about isn't really that well known within the trade yet. I'm starting to see a trend a little bit of more and more people becoming aware of this type of clothing, and I'm starting to see it out a little bit more. But typically here in the United States, when people think of workwear or work pants specifically, they usually think Carhartt. Now Carhartt's a great product and they definitely have their place within the trades and within construction, but I view them as more of a broad utilitarian type of clothing that, you know, is maybe better suited for a heavy industrial or a heavy construction type setting. The type of clothing I'm talking about today is what I like to refer to as either purpose designed or purpose driven clothing that's very well thought out and designed with a technician in mind. And that's why I'm making this video today, to help bring a little bit more attention to what I see as a growing trend within the trades, to also help promote a friend's business and promote a local small business, so you have the opportunity to buy some of this clothing without having to give all of your money to Amazon all the time. Supporting local businesses is a very good thing.
You know that I love you, never place no one above you.
So let's get into this. What kind of pants are we talking about today? They are the Snickers brand Style 6251. They're calling them the Stretch Loose Fit Work Trouser Holster Pocket. And I'll read you a few of the specs here while I let Derek there model them for you. They're the same pants I have on right now. The website says loose fit work trouser with holster. But you know what? Forget all that. You can read all that on the website. What you want to know is, how do they actually perform? So let's talk about style, fit, and just overall comfort first. I believe that this particular cut or this particular fit is a little bit more of a European style. It's a little more narrow and tapered, and I actually like that, especially when it comes to a work pant, because you don't want this big baggy pair of pants getting in your way when you're trying to work, getting caught on things. You're constantly having to hitch up your pants every time you want to kneel down. That's actually not great for workwear. This particular style is a perfect style and a perfect fit, at least for me, for what I do for a living. And they are so comfortable. This material is a real lightweight material. It's stretchy. It's kind of stretchy everywhere a little bit, but then it has these areas here where these black panels are that is very stretchy, which makes it even more comfortable when you're working. If you have to squat or kneel down or crawl or anything like that, your pants aren't going to bunch and bind on you like a pair of jeans would. And that right there is a huge design difference between just wearing a pair of jeans and something like this. They just move with you and they allow you to move freely while you're working. Now the design and the look, I mean, who really cares? They're work pants. I like the way they look. They come in a few different colors, so that's fantastic. But again, who really cares? We're talking about workwear here, not high fashion. And again, the material on this particular style of pants is a real lightweight material. On some of the colder days here in Montana, it's been a little cool, but you know, you can put a base layer on, or they do offer some other styles that are a little bit thicker material that might work better in colder climates or on those colder days. But I've been wearing these pants in, you know, sub-zero temperatures for brief periods of time. I'm not out there all day, but they're just so comfortable. I like the way they look. I like the way they fit. So they really nailed it on that. So what about performance? I mean, that's what we're here for, right? Let's talk about what these pants actually do and what they can do for you and how they can help you perform your job. So the main thing that drew me to these types of pants over anything else is the built-in knee pads. So most of these style of pants, including these ones, have these pockets right here in front, a little Velcro flap on them, and you can get these foam knee pad inserts, and you always have a pair of knee pads on. So if you're like a carpet layer or something like that, when you're on your knees all day long, you're going to have a pair of actual knee pads on. But when you're in more of a trade like what I'm in, where you're a technician, maybe you're an electrician or anything like that, where you're periodically throughout the day having to get down on your knees, you don't want to go grab a pair of knee pads every single time you have to kneel down. But with a pair of pants like these, the knee pads are already there. You're wearing them all day long. And it really will save your knees, because kneeling on concrete or hard floors, it's just terrible for you. And a pair of pants with knee pads built into them, so you've got them on all day long, that's going to help you protect your knees and help you stay in the game much, much longer. So let's talk about the use of these knee pads real quick. So this particular pad is the actual Snickers brand knee pad. You could probably fit any brand knee pad you can find in there. But the benefit of using the Snickers brand is they have these little tabs on here, and maybe all the knee pads do, but they have these little wings, these little tabs here. And because everybody's body is slightly different, you might wear your pants a little higher or a little lower, then that position of the knee pad might be in the wrong spot for you. So what Snickers has done, at least with this pair, I don't know if you can see that too well, but there's a little sew mark right there and right there, to where you could tuck this in and have that knee pad sit a little bit lower if you need it to, or a little bit higher. So there's a little adjustability built into the pants for positioning of the knee pads, which is great. Because me personally, I wear my pants a little bit lower than most people might. So for me, those knee pads oftentimes in pants like this are just too low, and for me to kneel down, I always have to pull my leg up so that it actually lands on the knee pad. With these, I don't have to do that so much. They position them right, and with that added flexibility of being able to adjust the ride height of the knee pad, it's great. So save your knees, get a pair of work pants, and buy the knee pads and use them. Another thing too, these go in pretty easy. The flap opens pretty wide, so they slip in pretty easy. So let's talk about the utility of these pants. How can they actually help you perform your job on a daily basis? Now, in my job as a technician, I personally like to carry a small selection of small hand tools and a Leatherman on me at all times. And a lot of times, that's all I really need to perform some of the smaller repairs I have to do on a daily basis. And that saves me a trip from having to go out to my truck and grab my tool bag and come back. So being able to carry a small selection of tools on you at all times is a huge time saver, because it just will save you that trip out to the truck over and over and over again. Now, me personally, I'll show you what my everyday carry is and how I organize them on these particular pants. So over here in this slot, I have a flashlight and a pair of electrician's scissors. And I've got a small screwdriver and generally a marker of some sort on me. And then I usually carry a Leatherman on my belt as well. And like I said, a lot of times that's all I need to get the job done. So let's take a closer look at some of these utility pockets so you can get a better idea of how these particular pants are laid out and what kind of setup you can have as an everyday carry if you buy these pants. Got the same pair of pants here in the navy blue color. And I'll try to zoom in here as best I can. So on the right side of the pant here, you've got a large slot that you could put, you know, a ruler or some kind of long tool in, whatever you've got there. This also has this strap with this other strap with these snaps on it. Now these are designed to hold a particular type of sheath and knife. I'll put a little bit more information down below about that. I personally don't know a lot about that setup. I know the owner of the store, Josh, that sold me these pants, he has those in his store. It's kind of a nice setup because it's really designed to hold on to those knives really well. I just personally don't use a knife like that very often in the work that I do. But you've got the large side pocket there, and then you've got kind of a smaller, what would be a pencil pocket. And one thing that Snickers has done that's kind of nice, so you could slide a pencil in there, but if that pencil ends up getting really short, they have this other little slot here on the side that you can stick that little short sawed-off pencil into, so you're not having to try to reach down in there with your fingers and pull out, you know, a little stub of a pencil. So that's kind of a nice design feature that they've added. Another thing that's kind of nice about these pants is the way these utility pockets are on here. The entire length of them is not sewn into the pant. So you can see here the bottom's kind of loose. So if you squat down or kneel down, there's room for that tool to move out of the way of your leg so it doesn't just jab you in the leg. And that's a real nice feature. They did a good job thinking that through. On the left side here, of course, you've got one big cargo utility pocket, another smaller cargo utility pocket, and a couple slots here on the side for some small tools. And there's that same setup over here for the short pencil. I've got a slit in this slot right here. And I want to talk to you about one of the problems that I found with this particular pair of pants. So typically, I would have put my electrician's scissors there. The problem that I found is because of the way these pockets are designed and the material is so light and smooth, when I sit down in my truck, 9 times out of 10, these scissors just fall out onto the floor. For the side pouch, the only way I can get these electrician scissors to stay in is to double up my flashlight and my scissors, and then they'll actually stay in, otherwise they're falling out. And one other little problem I found with these that bugs me a little bit, for example, if I was to put these in here, the way they have this pocket set up, it's rotated back just a little bit too far to where you almost have to twist to get it in there. I think they should have rotated this pocket just a few degrees this way so you've got a better view of where these slots are, because it's kind of hard to get stuff in and out of there sometimes. But like I told you, no one has designed the perfect work pant just yet, but maybe someday someone will. Now, another great feature about these pants is the built-in tool pouches right here. So beyond the everyday carry that you might put in some of these leg pockets here, you need to grab a few extra tools to perform a task rather than having to go out to your truck and put your tool bag on. If you just need a few more, say you need to carry a couple extra pair of pliers with you or a screwdriver, you have a spot right here you can drop those in. So these tool pouches on the right side have 3 narrow slots. On the left side it has 2 wider slots, and both of them have this larger just main pocket to where you could drop, parts in or fittings, connectors, whatever you're working with. You have a place to put those. And then when you're done with that task, take your tools, put them away. If you don't want to have these pouches hanging out, they can just tuck right into the pant pocket, and then they just look like a regular pair of pants at that point. Now, one thing that I don't like about the design of these tool pouches is basically just the size of them. Now, they do hold the tool very well. For example, these screwdriver slots here, they're fairly narrow and they're deep, so they hold the screwdriver well. They're not going to fall out very easily. But the overall size of the pocket itself, it just seems a little restrictive. Like, it's pretty tight getting my hand in here into the main pouch. So if I was trying to dig around to find something, that could be a little difficult. A lot of times I like to drop my cell phones. I have to carry 2 phones with me, and sometimes I can barely get my phone in and out of here. But just keep going back to what I keep saying, no one has designed the perfect work pant. It's a feature, it's a great feature to have. I just wish they would have spent a little more time and maybe made this a little bit bigger, but I digest. Let's talk about the back side. Let me turn around here for you. So you've got just two pockets here. Nothing much to say about them. I guess you could throw your wallet in there if you want. Personally, I don't use back pockets. I don't like sitting on things. I don't like sitting on a wallet. I find that uncomfortable. I will say one thing. Now that I'm actually feeling around back here in these pockets, I wish they would have put like a Velcro flap on them. Because if you're going to put your wallet there and you're crawling around up in an attic or something, if you're an HVAC technician or something like that, seems like kind of the same idea with the problem I have with some of the tools just slipping right out. It kind of feels like your wallet would just fall right out. I don't recommend putting your wallet back here. Speaking of that, here's another design thing that I think would be a huge improvement. Instead of Velcro, because Velcro wears out on a lot of these pouches, I think zippers would be better, but that's just a personal choice. Everything on here, except for the fly, of course, is Velcro. But it's not really that big of an issue. It's just another one of those things. If anybody that designs pants like this is listening, I think zippers are better for this because you can close it. They don't make as much noise. You don't get dirt and lint stuck to them, and it's not going to wear out like Velcro can. Okay, so let's talk turkey. How much do they cost? Everybody wants to know that too, right? I recently leveled up my workwear game, and these are what I consider an upgrade as far as quality goes. And of course, price goes along with it. Now, these are nowhere near top of the line when it comes to price. But let's look at this here. Let's check out the Snickers website. €96.44. Well, if anybody out there is European and understands the conversion rate of euros to US dollars, maybe you can leave a comment. I don't know what that is in American dollars, but let's go to my friend's website, trustedgearco.com, and see what price he has for these. He currently has them listed for, where'd the price go? $99.99. Oh, looks like he offers pay in 4 interest-free installments of $24.99 with shop pay. Click here to learn more. Oh, that's kind of nice. So if you don't want to fork over $100 for a pair of pants right now, I guess you can do a payment plan on. I didn't know he did that. That's actually kind of a cool thing. Anyway, link in the description. Go check his website out. You know what to do. Anyway, so $100 for a pair of pants. Now, in my opinion, that's a lot of money for a pair of pants. I'm the kind of guy that likes to pay $20 for jeans. So that's a hard pill for me to swallow personally, of course. But I'm able to justify that because for me, these are not pants. They're actually tools. So they help me perform my job. I have to wear pants. I can't just go around naked, I guess. I mean, I don't think that would be good, especially as cold as it is here. That wouldn't be good at all. But you got to wear a pair of pants. You got to pay the money. You might as well get something that's going to help you perform your job better. So in conclusion, do I recommend these pants? Yes, I highly recommend these pants. There are some pros and cons. I've gone over all those with you, but overall, these are a good quality pant. So if you're in the trades and you're looking to level up your game to be able to perform your job better, protect your knees, carry the equipment you need at all times, and look damn sexy doing it, hey, try a pair of Snickers. Derek Zoolander, take whatever. So he kind of swings his right arm around. So he kind of, when I do this, he swings his right arm around. It's like, whoa. That's the difference. Okay. Swings the right arm around. All right, here we go.
You know that I love you, never place no one above you. Only thing I ask of you is that you remain true, loyal and faithful. Don't let these hoes taint you. Although he was fine, that nigga ain't you. I will be here every day of my life. If that shit jump, I'll be right by your side. Art of war shit or an eye for an eye. Roll on these mofos like Bonnie and Clyde. Through the pain and struggling, grinding hard and hustling, stacking up them dividends. Niggas ratting and snitching, police raising indictments. Handcuffed, locked up like damn. If the feds place me on the stand, copping out is not in the plans. Friends and family can't understand why I behave in this manner, man. Love is blind, can't see nothing but you and my future plans. Taking road trips, traveling, vacations on foreign lands, exotic beaches, beautiful sands, languages we can't understand. love for you is real. Something about the way you make me feel. High as a kite, like I just popped a pill. Make my heart stop, leave my love standing still. It ain't no secret, all I ask is trust. When we make love, yearning for your sweet touch. Damn, can I bust? Is this real love or lust? Passion, desire is so obvious. I don't know what you see in your future, man, but I know that I can see you as my man. Keep myself seasoned, my taste never bland. Like Beyonce, I'm a grown-ass woman. All those flaws that's in your past, I just can't. For your love, I will always take a stand. If someone try to play you, then to hell, a nigga I will send. Over backwards, nigga I will bend. Rough ride to the very end.